Hi everyone, my name is Darius, and in this video I'll be demonstrating the Django-based web application which we have developed part of our software development group project in collaboration with the Sky engineering team in order to record and visualize their team's performance through a health check voting system. Without any further ado, let's get started. The first functionality we will be testing is the authentication features. As you can see, this is the landing page, which gives us the option to redirect to a login page or the register page. We will now be registering as an engineer. We will now be selecting the engineer role in the engineering department, part of the backend developers team. We have now registered. As you can see, we have now been redirected straight to the engineer dashboard where they can vote depending on the teams that they are part of. So these are the voting cards, which the engineers are able to vote based on a traffic light system. As you can see, they have red, amber, and green colors. Each selection updates dynamically based on the color that the user has selected. The user also has the option, which is not mandatory, to add a comment, live video testing comment. I'll just do this one for showcase purposes. As you can see, we've also received a toast notification saying that our comment has been added. We will now continue with the voting of the session. So the whole session must be complete. As you can see, the progress bar is loading as we make our selections. At the moment, the submit all votes button is not applicable since not all the voting categories have been voted on. So it will only become available once all the votes have been casted by the user. So once all the votes have been casted, the button becomes active. As you can see, I have just saved all my votes successfully, and now I have been taken to the team summary page alongside with all the votes in my team. On this page, I can also see anonymous feedback as the comment I have just put in earlier for the purpose of showcasing this video. At the top of the page, we have our navigation bar, which is the base HTML page, which allows us to navigate to different pages based on the role of the user. So the engineer only has the dashboard available and the team summary, plus the profile page, where we are able to see what the user has voted in his latest voting session. So as you can see the category they have voted on, the state, the color that they have voted, the date they have voted on, and any comments that they may have added to the voting session. On this page, we also have some functionality included by Hamad, where we can update our personal details such as password, first name, surname, email, and so on. I will do a test for the purpose of showcasing for this video. As you can see, the details have been updated successfully alongside with a notification. The next functionality we will be taking a look at is the team lead account. So as you can see on this page, we can see the votes from the same team, which I have just casted on the engineer account. However, we are now on the team lead account, which has different options in the navigation bar. One of the options is a create session option, which has been developed by Hamad in order to allow the team leaders to create and manage new voting sessions. The team lead is also allowed to cast their votes on a voting session, and they may also manage the session by closing it or creating a new one. We will now be moving on to the department leader view. As you can see on this page, we have all the categories which we are currently voting on. It shows you the vote distribution, where the votes have been casted, Any anonymous comments will be in this rubric. There will be a scroll down button here in order to ensure that the page doesn't get too messy. And we also have access to the team summary. However, because the department leader doesn't necessarily need to be part of a team, they will get this message when they access this page if they're not part of a team. On the profile page for the department leader, there will be no details. They can only receive a button that will redirect them to the department overview. The last page that we will be showcasing is the senior manager page, which I have to register for. We will now be selecting the senior manager role in the engineering department. As you can see, the senior manager has a different view to the department leader. He can see all the departments that's available, and he has a similar view to the department leader.
And today I will demonstrate a newly implemented feature that allows team leader to close voting session. As a tester, I identified this is essential functionality was missing during testing and took the initiative to implement it. Previously, our system lacked any mechanism for closing voting session. This oversight has been addressed, empowering team leaders with the ability to probably conclude session when voting is complete. While writing tests for this feature, I discovered a significant security vulnerability. Our application was adequately protected against cross-site scripting, XSS attacks. I promptly resolved this by adding code to escape HTML characters that could potentially enable these attacks, strengthening our application security posture. For this implementation, I developed a comprehensive testing suite comprising 89 tests to ensure the feature reliability and security. This test verifies both the functional accept for closing voting session and the security enhancement to prevent cross-site attacks. After that, additionally, I conducted performance testing using low-cost, simulating 100 concurrent users accessing the system. The results were promising. All 100 users successfully registered, and importantly, there was zero failed request to the engineer dashboard. This confirms to us that our system maintains performance integrity even under substantial user load. The implementation process followed best practices in the both development and testing methodologies by identifying the missing feature, implementing the solution, and addressing security vulnerabilities, and thoroughly testing both functionality and performance. And we have delivered a robust enhancement to our voting session management system. Finally, this feature now allows team leaders to probably conclude voting activities, maintaining data integrity while ensuring the application remains secure against potential attacks. The successful performance testing further demonstrates that this improvement can handle real-world usage scenarios without degradation and system responsiveness.